The End-of-Life Nurse Coach Program is a collaboration between the International Nurse Coach Association and the New York Open Center's Art of Dying Institute. So the program itself is a 120-hour certificate program that gives nurses the skills to be able to work with patients who are living with advanced illness and at end of life. So the role of a coach, the role of a nurse who's working as a coach, is to listen to what matters most to that particular person, to help them know their own story, to help them be more clear about their goals of care, so that at whatever point they find themselves living with serious illness, they're making decisions based on what matters most to them. It's a way of stopping and saying, who am I? What matters? What matters most to my family? And that coach is really a role that coaching perspective doesn't really exist right now. So to have someone who takes the time and is skillfully asking the questions and listening very carefully, that can make a real difference, not just in the quality of life in the present for that particular person, but really alters the trajectory of that person's life into the end of life. What the program looks like is a 2-module program with an independent self-study in the middle. So the first module is 4.5 days, and the second module 6 months later is 4.5 days. So that's residential time together, doing group discussion, didactic work, work in dyads and triads, where being together really matters and the relationships that are built there matter. In between is a self-study, independent self-study, where the nurse is getting 60 hours of coaching practice with peer coaches from the program, with clients in the community. There's a lot of experience that has happened, and that next module can be more of an intermediate or advanced level. The benefits for a patient, I would say, are a chance to be reflective, a chance to stop and take stock of where am I in the arc of my life? Where am I living with this illness? You can live with advanced illness, serious illness, chronic illness, as many, many Americans are, and you can still find some quality of well-being. What I find so gratifying about being a nurse coach, particularly a nurse coach who works at end of life, is that I'm finding new, innovative ways to work with people outside of hospice and palliative care nursing. I can sit down with a family, or I can sit down with a person who's living with serious illness, and I can help to create a safe place where they can talk about these things that are hard to talk about, and where it can end up being meaningful, sometimes even enjoyable, sometimes even funny, because talking about dying is talking about life. Death is a natural part of life.